Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockroom Supply, and today I want to talk about a really cool product by IVAC. It's a remote switch that a lot of guys are using for their Camvacs. So this is, IVAC, very, very common. It's a Canadian company. This is probably the go-to people for vacuum switches. Now, the question I often get is which IVAC switch is compatible with the Camvac? And it's a bit of a complicated question. IVAC makes their IVAC Pro switch here in a 220 volt version. Now, I had a long conversation with IVAC about this. That 220 volt version that they make is rated for dust collectors that draw about 9 amps at 230 volts. The Camvac, even the 2-motor version, draws about 10 amps, so it's just over the threshold. So if you already own one of these, or you get one of these, it will work, but the question will be for how long. It may work for 2 weeks, it may work for 2 months, 2 years even, but eventually it's gonna wear out because it's not rated for the amperage that the Camvac draws. Now, the proper unit for the Camvac is the IVAC switch plus the contactor. So that's what I have right here. This is gonna handle all the way up to 10 horsepower. So it's got a nice big mechanical switch in here. That's going to be able to handle amperage. Now, so the way that this all works, if you look at my arm here, I have a remote. So this will connect to my remote. It's hit on, turns the vacuum on, I hit off, turns it off. Now, the concern with the contactor unit is when you buy the contactor, it comes just like this. So there is some wiring that needs to be done. So a lot of guys will hire an electrician in order to do that because each dust collector is different, so they don't offer this wired. Now, what we have done here, if you look at our website, we do have a wired version of the contactor specifically for the Camvacs. So if you own a Camvac and you want a remote switch and you don't want to wire it yourself, or you don't want to hire an electrician, it's very, very simple. Your Camvac we have a female end right here. We'll plug in on this side. And this side here, you got a nice long cord here. That will plug into your outlet on the wall. And the only other thing that would need to happen is we wire this in as well. The 110 volt, this will plug directly into your IVAC switch. So there's no wiring needed. We have an electrician that takes care of all that. So if that's what's holding you back, that is an option you'll see on our website as well. Now, once you have the IVAC system, there are a whole slew of accessories you can add. A very common one is the Pro Tool Plus here. This is an attachment that will attach to the cord of whatever power tool you're using. And when you turn that machine on, it'll sense the current and it'll automatically turn the vacuum on. Now, the other common question I will get is there any way to control the motors separately on the Camvac? And unfortunately, there is not. But if you do want to run it with less than all the motors, so all I have to do is flick a motor off, and it's still going to control just one motor at a time right there. So you can still manually use the switches to turn the motors on and off, but this will basically cut power or give the Camvac power. But yeah, the long story short, if you're looking at IVAC, you're gonna want the contactor version because that is rated for dust collectors up to 10 horsepower. So that's gonna last essentially forever. So yeah, you'll see the wired units on our website as well as the regular stuff. If anybody else has any questions, you can email me at info@stockroomsupply.com or just comment on the video. Thanks for watching.